Hey, Tom Sciacca here, and I want to do an unboxing on the Kaito Voyager KA500 radio. More than an unboxing though, a full review. I'm gonna show you every feature on this radio and how it works, and then this will give you the information you need to decide if you want to buy one or not. So let's start. And we're gonna give it a fair and honest review too. We're gonna talk about things we like, if we don't like, and so on. So here's what you get with this radio. Okay. So, well, the first thing I notice is that it's hard rubberized plastic, or rubberized plastic rather. Kind of soft is what I meant to say. And it seems durable, strong. Oh, and I did weigh it too. I know a lot of folks like to know what these things weigh. This radio weighs 1 pound, 2 3/4 ounces. Without the additional batteries, and it's optional whether you want to use those or not, or if you want to add them. So let's see, the first thing that comes with it is the warranty and registration, and it says warranted for 1 year from the date of purchase by Kaito Electronics Inc. to be free of defects in material and workmanship. So there's your warranty, 1 year from Kaito. And next thing I notice is the accessory order form. And this is for the AC adapter. That's the only accessory that's available to purchase with this. And I do have the adapter. Now this does not come with this radio when you buy it. Although you can, wherever you buy it, you can add this. And it's not that expensive, but it's not essential. You can operate this radio without the AC adapter. It's your call if you want to do it. I did when I got these. So that's what that is. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. And the next thing is the manual. And this manual is 16 pages. And full disclosure, I mean, we're doing an unboxing, but I've played with this radio. This specific one, I already unboxed it. In fact, yesterday, right behind me, my office wall, I had it charging with the solar panel. My office window, rather. So I've looked through the manual as well. And I like it. It's a very clear and simple manual. I mean, as soon as you open it up, you can see that it tells you everything on your radio so you can play with it. Where everything is, what it is, and how it works. And then it talks to you about the different types of charging. In fact, I found this interesting. On the box, it says 4 power sources. In the manual, it lists a 5 power sources. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so the radio, it has a durable strap, and seems pretty, again, strong. Now on the back, the first thing you do, and that's what this tells you right here, is to connect the battery. Now again, I already played with the radio, so I connected the battery. And what that means is this little plug right here, you just plug it in. This is the rechargeable battery that comes with it. So right out of the box, all you need to do to operate your Kaito radio is plug that in, crank it up, or use a solar, and it's usable. Up to you if you want to put additional batteries. You can add 3 AA batteries if you like, but it's not essential. So you just plug that battery in, close this up, and by the way, when you store this radio, of course, obviously don't leave batteries in here, but you should also unplug this rechargeable battery right here. So keep that in mind. And so it's plugged in, and it's ready to go. There we go. Close that up. Now, the accessories here, I'll show you them, that come with it are USB and earbuds. Now, I'll just mention the earbuds. They're kind of cheapies. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've got earbuds all over my house, some good ones, some cheap ones. If you want to upgrade, feel free to upgrade, but these work, again, right out of the box if you want to use earbuds. Now, the USB cable, that comes in handy. But before we do that, I want to show you the 4/5 methods of charging for this radio. The first one is the crank. Now I think that's cool. And in fact you can see it tells you you're charging, the little indicator light right there. Yeah. So right out of the box you can charge up your radio. And the second one is the solar panel. It comes with a little solar panel. Now, it's, again, not a big, powerful solar panel, so it's going to take a while to charge your batteries with this panel. And the next way is of powering this radio is the AC adapter that does not come with it, but it is an option to buy. And it's up to you if you want to use that or not. And the other source of power is found right on back here, and that's where your USB comes in. You can actually plug this right into here, plug this into your computer, and that's the 5th power source. So that's pretty cool. I think that's important. Now, the reason I think this is a great radio, one of the reasons for a power outage, or even any kind of a disaster, is you can charge up, for example, your cell phone. I have a lot of people ask me, hey, well, how do I charge up my cell phone in a power outage? Of course, you can go out to your car and fire the car up and do that. But the Kaito radio, Kaito KA500, will actually charge up a cell phone, an iPod, that type of thing. And to do that, you just plug that in there, plug this end into your cell phone, turn on this little selector switch right here. If you can see all these options. There you go. Yeah. And then all you have to do, once it's plugged in, is start cranking. And then you're going to be charging up your cell phone or your iPod, that type of thing. Now, it does have, of course, a solar panel, but they say right in the manual the best way to charge your cell phone is with the crank. It's just more powerful. And I wouldn't let your cell phone, it says in the manual as well, to go dead before you charge it with this. You're going to want to have a little bit of power on it, and then you can just crank up and power up your cell phone, that type of thing. Now, also back here is the place for your earbuds, right there. Plug in your earbuds, you can listen quietly. And here is the place you plug in your AC adapter, right there. Got that. Perfect. So that, we covered that. Now, I think next we should talk about the controls on the front and all of that. So the first thing you do is, you see right now the power, see that selector? Yeah. The power is off. And the first powering option is battery. And those are the 3 AC batteries on the back that I showed you where they go. They're not installed right now, so it's not powering up. The next one is the rechargeable battery. And you see right here, the indicator shows that it is charged. And that's how we're going to power it up right now. So there's the weather right there. And you use this.
Here is the latest weather.
There's your local weather channel.
Southwesterly flow in advance of a slow moving backdoor cold.
Good reception. Now the cool thing about this is that it has 7 selectors. All 50 states have the weather channel. You can access it by radio. So if you're traveling around, you just have to find out what your local weather channel is on the Kaito radio. Simple, and you can get weather. Now this I thought was cool too. If you move the selector all the way over this way, you can see that that says weather alert. Now what that is if there's any emergency, tornado warnings, that type of thing, this radio will alert you per the weather channel. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, if you're going to leave it on all day or all night, I would prefer, of course, to use the AC adapter. But again, if there's a power outage and you're going to want to put AA batteries in it, or you're just going to have to crank it up periodically to make sure the battery is charged up. So that's that. Put that back on there. Okay, the next thing is it AM or FM? That is FM radio. So let me turn this up. Okay, I already got a station. Pretty good reception. You see I'm picking up just about every station in the area. Now I've got a Bose Wave radio behind me. I'm in my office in a warehouse, by the way. And that's the reception in here. I think this is pretty darn good. This radio actually has better reception than my Bose Wave radio. Of course, I use the Bose in my office because it's got a better speaker, just better sound. But, you know, so just FYI, it has good reception. And you've got AM, of course.
That is correct. Check out our parts store online. You just go to our website,
Then,
Classic Track.
We've got 2 shortwave bands. Now the good thing about shortwave, well, having a radio in general is during a disaster or an emergency, information is key to not only survival, and it could just be just calmness, and information will help you make decisions and such. So that's another reason why shortwave is important, actually. And let's see if anybody around the world is talking on shortwave right now. Well, let's try the second one. Nothing yet. So if no one's broadcasting, and that's fine, because during an emergency situation, in fact, I've already played with this earlier today, and we picked up a couple stations on shortwave, so they're just not broadcasting right now. But in an emergency situation, people will be broadcasting. Now, with shortwave, you're not going to be able to send out messages. You're not going to be able to broadcast with this, but you're going to be able to receive with it, and that's key. That's what you want to do, to get information. So let's see if we've covered everything. Shortwave 1, 2. Okay, good. So we covered all that stuff. So turn that off. And the next thing I want to show you, let's close the antenna, is the flashlight. So you have a pretty good bright flashlight right here, which I like. Next thing is they call it SOS. It's a locator beam though. Beacon rather, locator beacon. It's not SOS. SOS is a series of dashes and dots to communicate, but that's a locator beacon. The next one is, I think, a pretty cool feature. Underneath the solar panel here, you actually have a light. It's a nice reading lamp. It's pretty bright actually. And a power outage could come in very handy. So think about that. And I'll turn that off. And let's see, is there anything else I want to convey about this radio? Oh yeah, this is the yellow one. I actually also have the red one. Here's the red one. It comes in multiple colors. I just want to kind of show you what shade of color they are. It's your call which one you want, whatever your preference is. That's all. So that's my eval of the Kaito Voyager KA500 radio. And I thank you for visiting. Thank you for visiting Camping Survival. Have a great day.